What's up, guys? Today we're going to be checking out the best gaming phones for around that $200 price point for Fortnite and PUBG. So let's go ahead and get started with the LG G7 ThinQ. Now this phone you can pick up for around $180 to $230, which is really nice depending on where you get it from. I'll put the links down below. So this is a very nice phone. So you have a premium design, so when you're holding the phone it feels great. Glass and aluminum. It is IP68 rated, and as far as the display, which is very important, it's a 6.1-inch display. Now it does have a little notch, which is a little intrusive, but I didn't really have that much of a problem with it gaming on this phone. The really awesome thing with this phone is that it's got a 1440p display, so a very high resolution display, 564 for the PPI. You do have the Snapdragon 845 with the Adreno 630, along with 4 gigs of RAM, so this is more than capable of playing all the games. So I was able to play PUBG and Fortnite on high actually, and like I said, with a 1440p display, it is going to be awesome. Now you do have micro SD support, which is nice, so if you play a lot of games you have that storage option. It does come with 64 gigs of storage right out of the box. Now another thing which is important for gaming is the battery. So you have a 3000 milliamp battery, and I'm not gonna lie, you know, you'll kill this in about a day if you're gaming on this phone. So just do know that the battery is kind of small, 3000 milliamps. So just do know to get better battery life, you would turn off the always on display and you'll get much better battery life. All right, next is going to be the iPhone 6s. Now I see this trending for around 140 to 150 on Amazon, and even cheaper on eBay if you get it renewed or refurbished. So that's definitely a good option. So for this phone, it's got a really nice design, front glass, aluminum body, an IPS display. It's a 4.7-inch display, so not the biggest, kind of small. It is a pretty much a 720p display, 750 by 1334, 326 for the PPI. What's cool about this is that it is running the latest version of iOS, so iOS 13.2. You have the Apple A9 chip, and you also have the dual core. It's a dual core 1.84 gigahertz with the Power VR GT600. So the cool thing about this is that you can play PUBG on medium and you can play Fortnite on low. I'm surprised it worked at all on this phone since it did come out in 2015. Now you do have 16 gigabytes of storage and 2 gigabytes of RAM on this guy as well. So another cool thing about this is the battery. Now I've had iPhones before and the battery life was about the same as the LG G7. You probably get about a day of use on the iPhone if you're gaming heavy. So just do know that you have a 1715 milliamp battery. So you know, I like it. You know, if you're an iPhone user, you have a pretty nice decent sized display. I mean, the step down would be the iPhone 6, which doesn't support the latest version. Then you have the iPhone SE, which is a little too small. So the next phone is the Essential Phone PH1. So this is a very awesome phone. So this has a really nice design as well, front glass, titanium frame, which is very nice. So you have an IPS LCD. It's a 5.71-inch display. It is a 1312 by 2560, so very nice high PPI display, 504. You also have upgradable to Android 10, so it's going to get Android 10, which is nice. Now you got the Snapdragon 835 with the Adreno 540, so you will be able to play on high. Very nice. You do have like a little water drop notch down here, so just do know that you do not have expandable storage on this phone. You have 128 gigabytes of storage along with 4 gigabytes of RAM. The cool thing with this phone is you do have dual speakers, so the speakers are going to be really loud on this guy, and you do have a 3040 milliamp battery, but you also have 27 watt fast charging, so it might die you know, in a day if you're doing heavy gaming, but at least you'll be able to charge very fast with this phone. Now the next phone is the Bold M1 for $200. Now this does not support Fortnite yet, but it does support PUBG. And the reason why I put this phone on the list is because it's going to be the only phone on this list with a full screen display. So you have no notch, it's an AMOLED display at that, and it's a glass and metal design. So this is a very unique phone for the $200 price point. You know, it does also work with Call of Duty Mobile and stuff like that, but Fortnite support is not here yet. So it's 1080p display, 403 for the PPI. You will be getting Android 10. So you do have the Helio P70 processor along with the Mali G72 GPU. You do have micro SD support up to 128 gigabytes along with 128 gigabytes for the internal memory and 4 gigabytes of storage. So the cool thing about this phone is you have a 3500 milliamp battery with fast charging at 18 watts and wireless charging, which is very nice as well. You also have an in-display fingerprint scanner, but just to get back to gaming on here, you're really going to pick this up specifically for the $200 price point for an AMOLED display. You know, it's just going to look very nice. So you will be able to play games to medium to high settings, but playing games on a full screen display is very awesome. Last on the list is the Xiaomi Pocophone F1. So you know, this is the most expensive phone on the list. I found it for $250 on Amazon for the global version, but I've seen the price go up to $280 max. So you know, you're going to be paying for the specs that you get with this guy. But you have an IPS display. It is 1080 by 2246, so 1080p, 403 for the PPI. You do have a front glass and plastic body, so you know, not as premium as some of the other ones. You do have Android 9.0 with the MIUI 11. Now you have the Snapdragon 845 and the Adreno 630, so you will be able to play games on highs just like the G7. You also have that notch up front, which you know, you have to kind of debate with yourself whether you want the notch that size, but you do have stereo speakers on here, which is awesome as well. So you have a 4000 milliamp battery, which is very nice. So this is something that you can get some good gaming in and won't be running to the charger. You also have 18-watt fast charging, and I guess the thing with this phone is that Snapdragon 845, and you also have 6 gigs of RAM. So you know, you have that. So this, I really like this phone, but you are going to be paying, you know, almost that $300 price point. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one.